Hey guys, it's Candy coming back at you from A1 Express, located in Hampton and Newport News, Virginia. We're in a 757. We do exotics and economy vehicles, more so economy vehicles now. So I just want to touch bases in this video to go over Turo, why I'm not for them so much. One of the few things that I want to point out with Turo, why I am really not for Turo. Turo is more for the guest than the host. I mean, in certain situations, it doesn't even out like a 50-50 decision on certain things. So to give you an idea, one incident I had where the person had taken one of my Teslas out of state, and we had agreed I did not want that particular vehicle to go out of state. And before I agreed and accepted his reservation through Turo, we made an agreement via messaging through Turo that was our agreement, and he did the opposite. So he took the vehicle to South Carolina. Teslas, in my opinion, if you're traveling long distance, even if it's like 400 or 500 miles, I don't think that's a good vehicle to travel with, just because of my experiences dealing with guests that do not know how to operate Teslas. They'll tell you they do and they really don't. Charging has always been the issue with guests, just not following the instructions. They don't know how to sometimes open and lock and unlock the vehicle. As I said, charging, just a number of reasons. Guests get very impatient with the charging process when they take that car out of town, which will lead to you getting bad feedback because they're not happy. Oh, I have to stop and keep charging it, blah, blah, blah. However, if they were familiar with the Tesla, they would know that's not a good idea. So, to each their own. Some people prefer to use a Tesla to go out of town. So, like I said, that particular vehicle, I did not want to go out of state. I've had two Teslas at once, and I had one that was totaled, but anyway, by a Turo guest. But anyway, during those times of renting both out on Turo, it was nothing but a headache. Nothing but a headache. It wasn't worth the little bit of money that they paid, to be frank with you. So with this particular guest that took the vehicle to South Carolina, knowing that I did not want the car in South Carolina, charging became an issue, as I said. Anyway, I contacted Turo. Me and him, we were going back and forth in Turo messaging inbox, and he just got real nasty. I got nasty back. Anyway, I lost that argument because Turo states a guest can take a vehicle anywhere in the United States, whether you want them to or not. So, as I said, Turo, they control the whole thing. I like to be in control of the vehicle that I've paid for, that I do business with. I want to be in control of what goes on with that vehicle, because I guess sometimes they have no consideration for your property at all. Like I've said in my previous video, I've had more bad experiences than good. So with that same issue that I'm speaking of, in particular with that Tesla, long story short, we got into it. He actually left my car on the side of the road because I informed him if he did not return it immediately, I would be filing a report for unauthorized use. Turo did not pay to have the car towed back to me. He literally left my vehicle abandoned, okay? So I had to have that car towed back to Virginia. That bill was really high. I can't remember exactly what it was. But I wanted that Tesla back in Virginia. That Tesla has been through hell and back. So anyway, I got it back. It was in disgusting condition. Of course, the fuel was on 0, which will cause damage to your battery in the Tesla. So if you're renting Teslas, make sure you make these people aware. They have to keep an eye on that fuel level, on their mileage level, and keep it charged, or it'll cost you in the long run. So for whatever reason, people, they'll get in a Tesla and they will just keep driving and driving and driving instead of watching the fuel level. And I mean, it's just like a regular car. You have to put gas in it to keep going. So I don't understand. Like I said, I've had so many issues with the Tesla rentals. So for a little while, I actually took the last Tesla that I had, I took it off the market because I just got so tired of dealing with the same issues. No matter how much you tell people over and over and over, they still, for whatever reason, they're just negligent with your property, not theirs, with yours. Another incident I had with the same Tesla, I had a female renter to order it through Turo, and she let her nephew take it, and again, out of state. Car ended up in New Jersey. He ditched it. He was actually on the run. That's a long story, but he was on the run. She says, "Oh, I thought I added him as a driver." No, you didn't, ma'am. All messages and everything are kept on Turo, thankfully. It's a paper trail. So she tried to pretend that he was a added and listed driver for the vehicle, which he wasn't. He also was not licensed to begin with. So everything that came out of her mouth was a lie. So that rental that's another bad rental, went really bad. Turo reimbursed me. I had to fly to go pick up the vehicle. When I got it, it was on 0. When Teslas sit idle, they lose charge even faster. When it's already a low battery indicator and the car sits idle for a few days or even a few hours. So if it's at 10%, it'll be down to 2% in maybe 30 minutes. That's just how it goes. So again, if people are not aware of how to operate a Tesla, I wouldn't rent them. So I was reimbursed my flight fee. I was reimbursed, I can't remember, I believe I had the insurance to where I'm reimbursed for lost wages, because the vehicle, after the police had it impounded, it's set for a few days. So I do believe they did reimburse me for that. It was a slew of a whole lot of charges. So yeah, Turo will give you a headache. So with that situation, I didn't lose too many of my claims that I put through with Turo. But again, it was just a headache, a whole fiasco. And again, I did ask for the vehicle not to be taken out of state, and it still, my rules were not followed for my vehicle. So this is one of the many reasons I am not with Turo anymore. They just rent your property out as a third party, and you really don't have any say-so after they have your car. So I would not, if using Turo, I would not have it on automated acceptance of reservations. I would look into their profile first, see if they've rented before, see if they have less than 4.5 stars. I wouldn't rent to anyone with anything less. If you're new, if you just signed up that day, I wouldn't do it. Under 25, definitely not, depending on what kind of vehicle it is. So everything is a personal choice. I'm just here to give you my opinion, my experiences, things I have actually gone through. dealing with Turo guests and renters. Just know what you're getting into. That's the best advice I could give. Again, I prefer not to do Turo, especially if you're going to take a large chunk of my money. I need to have more control over the situation. If you're going to do Turo, just know they're in charge and they make the decision on claims. Hey guys, so the last video I had to cut short. Sorry about that. But anyway, I'm at home now. Have to take care of some more business. As far as Turo goes, again, I'm not bashing Turo in any kind of way. I'm just giving my experience to people, and you make your decision from there. So again, just to reiterate, Turo, they control everything. When you submit claims, it can be for a person returning a car that's not put back on full. It can be a smoking violation. Turo has changed their smoking violation policy. Claims are submitted for tickets and tolls and things like that, or even just damages. You have to go through the claims process with them. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and your point can be very valid, but it's just a big process. So I find it easier to do things on my own. I cut out the middleman. That's my thing. I cut out the third party. For me to go through all of the headaches that I go through and to have a third party take a majority of the income, that just doesn't work for me. So I am a solo car rental agency. So when you're independent, you will do deposits. My deposit currently, if you run any of my economy vehicles, is $250. The higher end vehicles, of course, it goes up depending on what vehicle it is. But again, I slacked away from renting luxury. So when a vehicle is not returned on full, there's a convenience fee. Just like with Turo or Enterprise, the other companies. So there is a convenience fee, and then you also have the price for gas. Smoking fee is $250. So if you pay $250 for a economy vehicle and you don't return it, if you smoke in the vehicle, your deposit's gone. $250 is gone. So if that's worth smoking, and you want to lose $250, that's my policy. It works with myself with A1 Express. So you can implement your own policies on each car individually. You'll have certain cars that are okay to go out of state. Or if, however you decide to do it, when you're independent, you can make those decisions accordingly. According to each individual, according to the vehicle, whatever you want to do, you have those options when you're independent like myself. As far as the Teslas go, I have started renting Teslas again as of 2 weeks ago. And we're now at the end of August. So the season may start slowing down with rentals, so I decided to start renting that out selectively. And again, because of my bad experiences that I've had, so I make sure they are a Tesla experienced person, preferably if they've had a Tesla or have definitely operated one for sure. So we go through all of that, and if I feel comfortable, I will rent the Tesla out. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.